The first...
AUM.
Yes. AUM is assets under management.
Okay.
So the level of deposits or client deposits. And with the growth, people are getting what we call FOMO, fear of missing out.
Yes.
Just the way you can open a junior account in a commercial bank, you can open an account for your child, but now tagged to you.
The conversation continues. Welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is episode 3, or maybe it's not. Maybe episode 4 or 5. I don't know. But I'm having a conversation with Ian Kahangara, Chief Investment Officer at Oak Special Fund, Director Global Markets. And the reason as to why I am having this conversation is because Richard Njau personally is an investor with Oak Special Fund, and I want to understand it. I joined because one of you, my fans, one of you, not my fans, one of you supporters of CTA, one of you people who watch this, walked up to me and you really challenged me. You told me, Richie, are you investing in these things? Are you a practitioner, or are you just a theory guy? And that was very challenging. So I jumped into Oak Special Fund in October of 2024. And I've got questions. Where we left off, for time's sake, I will say that I understood that the regulator, CMA, has given you this license, meaning Oak Special Fund is licensed by CMA, as well as Oak Special Fund sits under FIDA Investment Bank, and FIDA Investment Bank is also licensed. When officially did Oak Special Fund start in terms of, you've gotten the license? Because you told me you got the license in 2023.
Yes, we actually got a no objection in 2023, then got the license in early 2024, and started rolling off the product on 20th February 2024.
Okay.
Yes.
And now what was happening at that time? You got funds, and where were you investing?
Okay. The first thing is, once you start a fund, sometimes you may look for seed capital or invest just what you start getting with your first clients. So immediately we started, and since our AUM was quite small, the first...
AUM.
Yes. AUM is assets under management.
Okay.
So the level of deposits or client deposits was quite small.
Pesa, the amount that you had galvanized from this guy's 500,000, this guy's was small.
Was quite small.
What
because
was small?
I remember end of February we only had 11 million.
What? It was small.
11 million. By the end of the next month we closed at around 40 million.
Okay.
So it was quite small. But as much as it was small, we were able to, we call it asset allocate. We were able to split the money to small investments, and still we are able to give a return to our clients.
Okay.
Yes.
You give out this document called a fact sheet. This document, and it's probably on your screen right now. So when you start, you guys are pioneers in this field. I think there was you and one other investment bank that had the collective, that had the special funds license. Currently, I can see a lot of other players are coming into the market. At that time, it was you and, for all purposes and sake, probably Manzax. I'll say it just to say, when you started, you were the big dogs. Did you have experience in this before, trading, in terms of global markets? Because you're saying this thing is new.
The product is new, but the concepts and what we have structured is not so new in the market.
Okay.
There are various people, even the dealers that we have had to hire, are people who have this exposure in various aspects. Personally, I had exposure with two commercial banks.
Okay.
I have worked with one investment bank in Kenya.
Okay.
And also been a CEO of one of the online forex brokers that you have in Kenya before taking up the position I am in. So personally, I had exposure in various aspects, most of the products that we are dealing in. And also part of the team that we have has had this exposure in various capacities as much as not in a fund.
Okay, I
Yes.
get it. I completely understand. So you kick off. Now, I'm glad that you brought up February, because from your fact sheet, what it showed, you made an insane return in that month.
In March.
In March, it was in March.
Yes.
So does the AUM growth size affect, and now here's where the hard question starts, because mukokwa 6 billion.
Yes.
Does the AUM, basically, the more you grow, does it then affect where you can get returns?
Okay. There is power in numbers, but also there are challenges and responsibility. With more power equals more responsibility.
Like Spider-Man, eh?
Yes. I love that. So what happens is, when we started, I remember very well, there are some, even approaching banks was a challenge, because we wanted some products from banks, but there is the minimum ticket size that maybe you need to trade. So the normal ticket size for some of these products like derivatives, they usually tell you $250,000. But standard is maybe $500,000 to more.
Dollars.
We are talking about
Oh, my guy.
$250,000 and above.
Okay.
So having started and the first month having 11 million, it's almost impossible sometimes to close out, to hedge an opportunity.
Okay.
Like now, when we started, I remember we had to get a counterparty, which was a peer in the market, to actually hedge our dollar positions.
Okay.
Because banks were finding us too small, and even opening lines was a challenge.
I understand.
But as you grow, I've actually experienced that. First, you are able to approach banks. Then later, banks start approaching you rather than you approaching them.
I can see you in the good, I see that smile. You're in the sweet spot, eh?
Yes.
With 6B, they are definitely approaching.
Yes.
But that's so powerful to say. It therefore means the options that you had for you to get returns with a small AUM
Yes.
was difficult.
Yes. It was difficult. I'll say it was difficult because even you can't split again the money too much. Yeah, but also you are also limited on the number of traders, because you can't employ 10 traders to manage 11 million. So also diversification becomes a challenge. But as you grow, you are able to expand your team. They are able to specialize in various asset classes, and you are able also to asset allocate or to split your investments into the various investment vehicles, which I'm calling asset classes.
Okay.
Yes.
Ian, thank you so much for sharing that, because when I joined Oak, so I'll fast forward, because by about October, Oak was less than $500 million. That's the time I was joining.
Yes.
Around that time. You're currently at 6 billion. So at that time, did you then now have the reputation? What was the journey like in getting there? What are some of the lessons that you learned along the way to arrive there?
One thing is the reputation of an organization, the reputation of its people, and the reputation of the team has really helped us reach where we are. One thing, Faida having been there for the last 30 years, having a strong reputation, even from the media and from its customers and word of mouth, you'll find that very many people were interested and had faith in not just Faida, but also the team that was behind Oak. And majority of them invested in the people more than just Oak. Wow. They were like, if this person is there, I'm investing. That's what happened. But with that, it brought about growth. And with the growth, people are getting what we call FOMO, fear of missing out.
Yes.
They realize, okay, this thing is too small, let's wait. This thing is too small, let's wait. Then they realize these people have grown. The second year, they are growing, and I'm not there. Now, it has reached a point whereby people are realizing that we are not stopping. We are growing. And now they want to be part of us.
Okay. I'll enter into this gadget called the fact sheet. So every month, I get two things. On the 5th of every month, I get my statements sent to me every single month. Number two, I get, when I request or when I go to the website, I get this thing called the fact sheet, which is a breakdown of the fund's performance.
Yes.
In fact, I'll start with that question. What is a fact sheet? Because we're about to talk about it right now.
Okay. A fact sheet is a brief, concise document detailing the basics of a finance product. In this sense, now a fund.
Yes.
So it gives you a brief overview from the history, the background, what you need to know about it, how to enter, just the basics, so that it's a quick read to know, are you interested or not? You can have a product prospectus, which can be very detailed, maybe around 7 to 10 pages of a document. So if you give that to someone before they read, they'll just shelve it and they won't maybe look at it. But a fact sheet is a one pager or at most 2 pages, whereby you can just look at it through and know this is what they're selling, this is what it's all about, these are the requirements, this is what I need to do, the basics. If you want more details about it, you can get either a product prospectus or you can get the details in an information memorandum for people who want all the details and to understand furthermore.
Yeah.
That is what they look at. But for a fact sheet, it's a brief, concise document detailing on the basics of a fund, which can be quickly absorbed and one can adopt or decide not to onboard onto the fund.
Let me actually tell you about my onboarding process. So I met with one of your relationship managers or one of the salespeople. A big shout out to Titus Kimel. I met with him and actually I didn't physically meet with him. He sent me the documents online. And then I realized, no, I don't want to do an individual. I don't want to, in case anything ever happens to me, I wanted to go in with my wife, and I was told I have the option of doing this thing called a joint account.
Yes.
So what are the various options in which people can get started in Oak?
Okay. As at now, we have three options. Actually, four options. One, you can join as an individual. Two, you can join as a joint account. Three, you can join as a corporate entity. So a registered entity. So by a corporate entity, it can be a registered company, it can be a chama, a social group, as far as it's registered.
Okay, so
you can get all that.
That's a big one.
Yes.
If I have a chama,
yes,
I need to get my chama registered in order to be able to now join the Oak Special Fund.
As a chama,
As
yes.
a chama.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what is required. So all those, and the same category I would include a trust. We have had 2 requests from people who have already created trusts and they want to invest as a trust later for their kids.
We are going to come back to that one.
But I have the 4th one, which has that also, which is a bit split. So from the corporate, we have one whereby you can open an account for your child, but under you. It's allowed by CMA. As far as there is, just the way you can open a junior account in a commercial bank, you can open an account for your child, but now tagged to you. So you are the full operator of the account in terms of instructions to withdraw, deposits, you want statements and everything, but who is the beneficiary? Your child. So you can do that directly.
My child's name is in it.
Yes.
And even the account reads my child's name.
Your child's name, yes. But you are the signatory and the operator of that account.
So if anything happens to me, for example, unfortunately, if I leave this world and go to God, does my child get it passed over to them as next of kin?
It should be passed on to them, but obviously through the legal and succession process. But we'll have to say that this was the person, but directly the account is owned by the child, not you.
I was going to talk about this much later on, but I'm just going to bring it up now because you have really brought this thing up.
Yes.
And this is the reason why. Because when I started this thing, we started it as me and my wife, throwing some chums in 1 year, to other chums and go and do other things.
Yeah.
But as we have seen, you guys call it jilipe.
Yes.
As we have paid ourselves And as we have seen the passive income in the monthly statements grow, I've got a 10-year-old and I've got a 7-year-old. If I extrapolate to when these children are 20, 25, or 25, not even 20, because they're too young for 20, that amount of money is insane because of the effects of compounding.
Yes.
So we, for example, are like, we are not taking this thing. We're not touching this. Because even if we never add more, just the power of the compounding, what we can see happening every time we get the statement, and it's real life, is extremely mind-blowing. And we're like, man, these kids are set. If actually these kids are wealthy, not even set, if we don't exit.
Yes.
But my question was always, it's my and my wife's name under. Can we do this for our kids?
Yes. I can get you in touch with one of our colleagues who can take you through the process to register. You can open directly an account for your child.
Wow.
But it has to be manned by an adult. So you have to be the parent, the guardian, or someone who will operate the account, someone with an
That's
ID.
fine.
Yes.
Oh. Guys, I want you to hear about the effects of the compounding. And we actually are going to show you later on, as the conversation continues, the actual simulation of what would have happened, the amount of money if you had put money day one in Oak, and what that amount is today, or at least end of last month.
Yes.
Okay, so there's 3 types of account you can open. Individual, you can open up a joint account. Actually, not 3, there's more. You can open up a corporate account, and now I've had this other one.
Yes.
What do you call this other one?
Actually, we should call it a junior account, but we haven't officially called it.
A junior account.
Yes.
That, I can't stress how that junior account is going to set up so many people.
True.
I've seen. Okay, so I started. So let's go through this actual paper. This is the fact sheet.